Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big excitement in my kitchen, Vico del Gargano, Italy. Very excited. Puglia, just above the heel. We obviously have a little guest today. Wonderful young lady is Margarita. Margarita, you're from Scotland originally.
Born in Scotland.
Born in Scotland. Heart and genetics are from Puglia, Italy. Vico.
Yeah.
Your dad is
Probably
from Vico.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last video, but you're kind of in touch with royalty because her parents. Her father was a butler, and your mother was a cook for the king and queen. She worked for the king and queen.
Worked for their cousin.
She worked
the
for the
queen's
cousins.
cousin.
But there was a dinner.
They did invite the Queen, Prince Charlie, Princess Anne. So Mum cooked for all of them. Yeah.
So she worked for the king and queen. So what are we making? Let's get to the point. Geez, sorry, I know, my fault. We're making a sauce. We're making a pizza sauce.
Yeah, my own pizza
topping sauce.
Which then you add all your other toppings, salami, peppers, whatever you want. But this is the base.
So I'm taking dough and I'm putting this on there, your sauce, and then whatever else I want.
Yeah.
So this isn't a margarita pizza, but it's Margarita, because her name's Margarita. This is her pizza topping sauce. Yeah. And it's awesome.
It is.
I've had it. I'm just telling you. It's freaking awesome. I'm just going to say. All right, so let's go over ingredients. You're going to use about a tablespoon or so of olive oil. You're going to have a tinned, and this is a tinned. This is how do I say that?
Well, it's just tinned chopped tomatoes.
Is that mutti? Muddy?
That's the main.
I know. What is it? Muddy?
German word for mother.
German. I didn't even know Germans had tomatoes.
Germans have mothers. That's called mutti. It's the make. It's.
Wait a minute. This word means mother in German.
Yeah.
Mutti.
I think so.
Okay, I don't know. You're the expert, and it's your sauce. So.
It's not. I didn't make the sauce. I just bought it.
So what is this? Is this a puree?
No, this is chopped tomatoes.
So you're going to need a can of chopped tomatoes. Okay. Really important. We're using German. I don't know why we're in Italy using German tomatoes.
So
you like
probably
these?
Italian tomatoes. They're actually in Italy. They have a branch in Italy.
Okay, so they're Italian tomatoes with a German brand. Again, still a little suspect, but whatever. So we're going to use some chili flakes, a pinch.
A pinch or
if you like it a little hotter, right? And then capers, we're going to use 1 tablespoon. These are, we talked about it in our last recipe, these are capers. Capers are basically what? They're little blossoms.
They're flower buds.
Yeah, flower buds. And you pick them.
They grow in our back wall, and I pick the capers, salt them, and then use them in cooking.
Okay, so these are all hand-picked capers. I was trying to let her know that they do sell them in a can, and a jar, but she wants to do her own, which is fine. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it is something to be.
I know they're clean.
Yeah, they're not sprayed with anything. We were going to use some oregano, dried oregano, 3 tablespoons. You probably know this. It says 2 to 3. It's your recipe.
Oh yeah, well
that's out of your book. It's out of your book. 2 to 3. Oh, I apologize. Teaspoons. Cucchiaino, which is Italian for small spoon. Cucchiaino. I say cucchiaino.
No, cucchiaio.
Cucchiaio.
It's a spoon.
Cucchiaiono is a cousin of Luigi. I don't know what we're doing. 2 to 3 tablespoons of dried teaspoons of dried oregano. So let me ask you a quick question on that. What I understand is if you use fresh oregano or fresh herb, you use twice as much. That's what I believe. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
Twice or even 3 times.
I mean, I don't know. You cooked for the queen, so I don't know. And then we've got garlic. We've got garlic, 2 cloves. She's a little heavy on the garlic, so we're going to go. It's really 2 cloves because the big cloves are small.
Well, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't.
And that's it. Oh, and then anchovies. I didn't do our anchovies. Did I do anchovies yet or no? Okay. So anchovies, we got 3 fillets of anchovies.
Yeah.
And anchovies, we were talking about this before in our earlier recipe, but interesting, when you add them to a food, they don't really add a fishy flavor at all.
No, that's right. Many people don't like anchovies as anchovies.
Yes.
But when you cook with them, they
Yes.
sort of blend into the background.
Yes.
Add depth of flavor.
Yeah, depth of flavor, and you'll see a lot of times they'll put an anchovy in,
Yeah.
like they'll warm up your sofrito, your onion, your garlic, whatever. Then you put that, then it
melts.
it just falls apart.
You
Yeah.
don't have to even chop it.
Yeah.
It just melts. Same with the capers, really. If you don't like capers, capers are an acquired taste if you eat them on their own. But blended into a sauce like this, you don't taste them. It just adds another
Layer.
level of flavor.
And that's pretty much it. The rest of it, just put it in there and rock and roll, right? Okay, chef, I'm going to go these first.
Start with the tomatoes, yeah.
It's a little hard. I didn't realize it was going to be so difficult.
It's a little stiff.
I have to put a little water in there and rinse it because my grandmother would just
Always,
shoot me.
Yeah, absolutely.
She'd kill me. All right, so we'll add our oregano, 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Teaspoon.
Sorry, teaspoons. Teaspoon. I don't know why I keep saying that. It looks like tablespoons, but so there's 1.
And two. I think two's plenty, really.
Two's plenty.
Yeah. It can add a bit of bitterness sometimes if it's if you add too much. If you like it, add more.
Oh, do you smell that right there? Oh, that smells so good right there. Now, we're gonna add a pinch.
Pinch or as much as you like. You can leave it out if you don't want it at all.
Ground black pepper.
Yeah.
So maybe a quarter teaspoon-ish. Tablespoon of olive oil-ish. Anchovies. These things, you see them moving? Damn things are still kicking. Those things are fresh. Okay, guys, we're going to hit the garlic here, so. Boom. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these up a little bit before I put them in there.
Yes.
I had the garlic. Ever show you what happened to me when last time I cut garlic here in Italy? So it was terrible. Okay, then we're added our 1 tablespoon of capers. And then what is that one right there, Margarita? You told me that one there. What is
that's
it?
a caperberry. Once the bud, if you miss the bud, if the bud opens and flowers,
Turns
it's
into
not
a berry.
wasted. It turns into a berry.
Perfect. Done. Finito. Got an immersion blender. So Margarita, you let this set for an hour. You'd make this a minimum of an hour.
Minimum of an hour.
And you can jar this. So we have a jar.
No,
You can put it in a jar.
put it in a jar, but only for a day or two.
Right, you wouldn't store it unless you sterilize it and jar it. Yeah. I was talking about storing this. So normally you could put it in a jar, but only for 2 days, maybe
A couple of
tops.
days in the fridge.
Yeah, in the refrigerator,
Keep it too long.
because you don't want to get botulism.
Yeah.
Though a lot of women spend a lot of money to get that injected in their face. But you don't want to drink it. It's bad if you drink it.
Or eat it.
All right, or eat it. So that being said, you said something
That's it.
else.
If you have any left, if you're only making one little pizza and you've got some left, just prepare a little mirepoix. Onion, carrots.
We don't
celery.
know French here. Mirepoix, we don't know.
Onion, carrots, and celery.
Oh, like a
with olive
sofrito
oil,
almost, like a-
sofrito,
yeah.
Throw that in, cook it a while, and then have it with pasta.
Huh, okay. So you make a
Pasta
sofrito
sauce.
with this, and then you would use
Make
it like
a
a...
sofrito,
Yeah.
add that to it.
Got it.
Cook it for a while, and then you would eat it with pasta.
Oh, well, there you go. So
That's
you could
pasta
make it...
sauce.
So it would be a Margarita's pasta sauce.
Yeah.
Right now, in this version, it's a Margarita pizza sauce.
sauce.
And not Margarita pizza. It's named after the woman who invented it, Margarita pizza sauce. Okay. Are you tasting this or no?
No,
I'm tasting
you
it.
taste it, yeah.
I'll just hit my microphone.
I should say no thank you.
I definitely get, like, there are a lot of tomato, a lot of oregano. Those are the first, I think, bits of aroma. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And this is good on
Yeah.
pizza, just with a drizzle of olive oil on top and mozzarella.
That's it. So this is fantastic. Stored for a couple of days tops. Other than that, most of the time you're going to make it, you're going to use it all anyways. Anything you got left over, you make a quick sofrito, put it in the sauce, and now you got something absolutely delicious to have with some pasta, which is fantastic. This is awesome. I just want to tell you, this is like a secret, unbelievable, out of the mind of Margarita here in Cooking Italian Childs. So it's very exciting. So thanks for sharing and putting up with us, and I'm really excited. Guys, thanks so much for joining us in our kitchen today. Remember, make sure you hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. Anything we got going on the farm, travel tips, recipes, comes right to your notification box. Always means the world to me when you subscribe. Also, make sure, one of the main reasons we do our videos, once a week, once a month, get around the table with your family and friends right here, right? You're going to celebrate your heritage, Scottish, English, Vico del Garganos, I don't know, whatever. And more important than that, you're going to set traditions. Most important, traditions of love. They're going to last your lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours, until next week, mwah, bon appetito.